Hi guys, welcome to FrightFest.
Hiya, welcome.
thank
you
you.
for
Yeah.
having us.
You're here for Isolation.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about what your involvement was with this movie.
Well, we are the co-directors of the segment for London. So we're actually, despite my accent, we're the local people, here. And yeah.
I sound marginally more British, but only just.
And
He's
Alix,
infected me with his American accent.
Alex is also the star of it because we had to shoot it in a way where it was like, at the time that we shot it, we were in full lockdown.
First lockdown, May
And
2020.
So I
May
just
she
turned,
rest in peace.
So when Nathan messaged us, I sort of turned to Alex. I was like, well, I guess we're shooting it here, and I guess you're starring in it. So
I was like, I have no choice. I was like, why don't you want to star in it? He's like, don't. I'll feature in a photo and that's it.
Maybe you guys can swap roles next time.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think that's definitely a
I think
plan.
that's an idea.
Yeah.
I've seen the movie and it is absolutely amazing, but it all intertwines, each segment intertwines with each other. How difficult was that to actually get right?
Well, I would say Nathan definitely masterminded the whole
Nathan's
thing.
masterminded
He
that
was
one.
actually the only one who kind of like had an overview of everything as well. So it's not that he kept us in the dark so much, but he was like, I'll steer you right, don't worry about it. So he was like, please include this thing, and we're like, cool. Why? He's like, you'll figure it out. So today was actually the first day we saw everything together, and I think it worked really, really well.
Well, it's really funny too because say that picture. There's a picture on the giant conspiracy wall in ours, which is of one of the guys from one of the previous segments, and that's kind of weird because we were just like, Nathan's just like, here's a picture, print that out and put it on the wall. So we got to put it on
And
the wall.
5G towers,
We took a
of
shot
course,
of it, and we were kind of like, so we need to mention 5G towers. There's a guy here. That's cool, but we didn't really kind of necessarily know the overall vision of how it was all going to fit together.
But I really loved the container tied together at the end as well. I thought that really worked really well. And you're kind of like, it's sort of satisfying, isn't it, that way? Then it's not so separated.
Honestly, it blended together so beautifully. You must have had an awful lot of trust in this project. Like, what were your first thoughts when you were approached with this?
Well, it's actually, Nathan emailed me kind of out of the blue because we made a horror short called Wretch that had just come out on Alter. And so he kind of just emailed me out of the blue, and I didn't know who he was. And it was really kind of strange because went into my junk mail, and I didn't find it for like 2 weeks. And then
you sent it across to me, and you were like, what do you think? Should we write back? And I was like, obviously, why haven't you already replied?
well, Nathan still finds it funny because the first time we talked to him over Zoom, we were kind of like, okay, so who are you? What's the deal here? Is this like a legit thing, or is this like some just kind of weird pipe dream kind of thing?
Yeah,
so
we wrote, shot, and edited ours within the course of 3 weeks. So it was quite a mental turnaround. So we had to put a lot of faith in, but I think that's it. Once we got the script notes actually back from Nathan, because there was a definite back and forth with James Gannon and their team basically, and they steered us right, definitely. And we were like, oh, they know what they're talking about. So we were like, okay, this can work. And so it's gone from there, which is great.
And filming in lockdown, when you can't do certain things, how different is that between beforehand filmmaking as opposed to mid-lockdown filmmaking?
Definitely miss shooting with other people. I was like, oh my god.
It was me with a camera and then also holding a boom. It's I think the thing that's kind of weird about it too is that we were essentially living in our own film set, so we were we just covering our flat and kind of crazy conspiracy stuff, covered the bathroom in tinfoil. It was all kind of and then we just had to live in that for 3 days. It was then we had it up, but we had it up
especially the tinfoil. There's tinfoil all over our bathroom.
Well, we had it up even longer than that too, because we were kind of just in case we need to reshoot anything or do anything. So we had that up for a week. Made our bathroom very hot.
Yes.
Wow.
Tinfoil.
Don't recommend. I mean, unless you get very cold. At which point I'm like, yay, insulate. It's great.
Free piece of advice for everybody: don't cover your bathroom in tinfoil. It's terrible. It makes every time you go to the bathroom, you suddenly feel like you're in a sauna.
I think I'm not going to do that.
No.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it before, but now I'm not. I'm not going to do that. So, FrightFest, how are you finding it?
It's been amazing. I mean, honestly, just the energy you get off of the audience and just everyone, even just in the hallways, passing each other. It's just been really great. And even yesterday, we did a little activity in hazmat suits, and just people just seem to be really, that was us. People just seem to be really down for it, and it's just such a friendly energy.
I literally didn't think anyone was going to come, so it was like that. I was like, there's that paranoia. I'm just kind of it's you go into school, not ready for the test, naked. I felt like that's the film version of that is that you show up and you have to do a Q&A to 2 people, and one of them is your mom.
Yeah. O ye of little faith. Yeah.
And how do you feel about that now?
Yeah, feeling good. I'm feeling like nice that people watched
accepted.
it. People showed up.
Yes.
It was good. Yeah.
Awesome. So are you hanging about for anyone else's movies? Blah, 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 this year?
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to the last right tomorrow. I'm going to Followers a little bit later today.
Sweet.
Yeah, so just like hanging out and just really loving it. Like, here for it all.
Thank you so much for the chat, and maybe I'll catch up with you later.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank you so
Have
much.
a great day.